So if you're like me, your inbox is probably overloaded with all sorts of AI newsletters and updates and all sorts of stuff. And that can either lead to you doing nothing and not consuming anything, or getting stuck in the consumption trap and just consuming a lot of information and not really doing anything with it. And so what I did is I developed something called the 1-to-1 intelligence system. And this is going to help you start taking content that you're reading and actually break it down so that you fully understand it and actually create an output with what you're doing. So when you're creating an output, you're able to distill what you're learning a lot better. And so let me walk you through this process real quick. So you're going to find one core source. So that could be a newsletter, it could be an article, even a YouTube transcript. And you're going to take that and you're going to pull out the key parts of that, 3 main key points of that article or transcript. From there, there's 2 different implementation tests you could do. One's going to be a revenue map, and I'll explain a little more what that is in a second. And then the second is going to be a content catalyst. And so now you're taking those excerpts and you're distilling those even further and getting more information out of each one of them, so you understand each of those better and how they actually apply to your business. And then from there, here comes the output. This is where you're going to actually do something with them, taking those now new discoveries and new ways of thinking from what you just read, and actually create with something with them, whether it's an article, whether it's a LinkedIn post, a series of tweets, etc. So you're no longer just consuming stuff. You're actually taking it in. You're going to distill it down to the main points, and then you're going to reframe it in a different way so that it's a new way of thinking, and that way you understand it a lot better. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk you through this process with a article itself. And so let's go ahead and we're going to take this prompt here, copy, put it in here. And as you can see here, you are an expert in, and I'm just going to do marketing here. And so that way it's going to start customizing it to your area or your target market or your niche. And I'm just going to pull this one from MarTech. It's balancing the human to AI mix in B2B marketing. So I'm going to take it in there. Usually I'll have read this whole thing and then pull it in here and paste it down below. And right now I'm using 03 mini high. You could use 4.0. It would probably work pretty good for this, but I always like using the more advanced reasoning models. And so you're going to see here, it's going to start pulling. So one of the big points in this article is leveraging AI data for personalization. And it's going to break down some different pieces of that. The second one, human creativity, the heart of authentic engagement, same thing. Ethical AI adoption, building trust through transparency. So already you have a little better understanding of the article itself and distilling it down to its main bullet points. Now from there, let's go down to the 2 implementation tests. So from here, we're going to go ahead and copy that, put it in. And what we'll do is we're going to pick one of these insights. And you can see how just from one article, you're able to take it and pull out lots of different stuff from it. So let's just do number 2. So all you have to do is human creativity, the heart of authentic engagement. That actually is good for a lot of stuff I do. So we'll say, given the insight, analyze the impact in 3 areas: client experience, operational efficiency, market positioning. Identify one specific way this insight could lead to business growth. And you're going to see it's going to do this. The client experience, impact, the explanation, operational efficiency, market positioning, some really good stuff here, and then a pathway to business growth. So in reality, you could stop here and you have some great ideas how you could start creating content with some unique angles just coming from an article that you read again. Especially this bold prediction for the next 6 months. You could just take this and then now run with it and create content just all around this. But we're going to keep pushing it further just so we can get more and more stuff from it. So now the content catalyst to help you create even more content out of it. So we're going to stick with insight number 2. And this one says, you're crafting a content that positions you as an AI thought leader. How can this insight number 2 be framed as a unique forward-thinking perspective for your audience? So again, this right here is going to actually write a concept outline for you. So the AI creative renaissance, so a case study on blending human ingenuity with data-driven insights. It gives you an overview. It'll give you your hook, the context setting, the thesis statement, a quick case study. And again, this is something that as you create the content, it'll really help you understand what you just read and have content that you could potentially create with this. So again, this is the outline. You can work further with just this, copy and paste this into another thing, or you can, just go in there and start editing this and build this out even further. So again, you're taking that one little piece and you're building on it over and over again. Now let's look to the final thing in this integrated multi-content strategy here in just 6 minutes. It's actually a lot faster than that. So you can see I say it takes 15 minutes. It's actually a lot quicker than that. So you go down here one more time. Placeholder for insight. So let's do insight number 2 again. And it's going to go down here. I think I got to plug that in one more time. Yep, right here. You're going to see it's going to start creating a much more comprehensive workflow for you. So it's going to give you your detailed blog post. You know, it's not going to write the whole thing for you, but it's going to give you a really good overview, so you can go in here and edit based off of, you know, whether you agree with this or not, or put another spin on all this stuff. And of course, you're going to always want to come in here and write it in your own tone of voice and with your take on a lot of this stuff. But it's really going to give you a lot of good ideas of how you can start structuring something to get more out of this. And again, not only help you become a thought leader for your audience, but also help you understand this stuff a lot better. So it's really cool. So it's got your blog post here. It's got a LinkedIn post here. So you got your pattern interrupt at the beginning, your post content, your bold prediction. Of course, you'll want to edit all this. You never want to just copy and paste this in there. And then a series of tweets or short form posts. So really good stuff. And I actually missed it because if you look in here, placeholder, one of these, insight. You're supposed to put in your target market as well. Yep. So I missed the target market. So normally I'd put in this for instance, small business owners, and it'll just get more and more tailored for your audience. So this is how you're taking an insight, extracting insights out of something you read, start breaking it down, and start really making it much more specific for your niche, so that you could not only could you understand it better, but then you could then communicate to your audience in a much more unique way.